It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I think it's been an opportunity this morning to look back and take cognizance of what we've achieved, maybe some of the knocks and some of those major highs. And while the year has been undoubtedly a tough one for most of us, there is indeed a lot to be grateful for because we've come through it. And in today's Our Money Matters chat, we are going to practice a little financial gratitude and quite literally count our blessings. And I'm hoping that you've gotten to that point in this very challenging year that you can hone in on that gratitude because it's a vitally important mechanism to use. So I'm going to put it to you guys. Maybe I'll put it to you because it feels like you've had one of those years where you've gained a lot. You had a lot of intention when you started this year. I can remember having that conversation with you with all the plans that were out there. What are you most grateful for from a financial perspective this year?
I think financially, I'm grateful for the fact that I didn't put myself into any more debt, right? And on top of that, I've been able to pay the current debt that I have had. So I think when you take on like the big task of like a house, a bond becomes a very adverse thing to try to get over. So for me, I think it's just been grateful to have a year that allowed me to be busy enough to continually show up, to be able to make those payments.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, man, it's easier said than done, especially that feeling of thinking like, how am I going to do this for all these years? So grateful for another year in the bag for that.
And without extending that line any further, I absolutely love that. Buddy, maybe we can look at it through a different lens for you. What are some of the things that you've realized you maybe take for granted?
Ooh. That's a tough one. It really is a tough one. You know, from a financial point of view, look, it's been a tough year, I'm not going to lie, and there's been a lot to overcome. But I think you kind of step back and you look at the bigger picture and you look at the fact that you're able to manage everything that's in front of you, and I think that's what I'm most grateful for, you know. And I mean, I don't want to take for granted the fact that, you know, I have an incredible job, you know, and I think from a family perspective, you know, this is something that you sometimes do easily take for granted, but you realize going through a lot of challenges and difficulty.
Kept them in school, you've kept them fed, you've kept them
all of
happy,
these things,
man.
and if you take stock of everything that happened this year with regards to all of those, you know, day-to-day things, and you realize that, you know what, it's not something I should be taking for granted. It's something that I could reflect on. It's like, hey, but I've managed it. It's
validation.
I mean, there's been a lot of unexpected expenses in my kind of year this year
that's something worthy of celebrating.
For sure, man. I mean, car issues, really?
A lot.
We're
still standing,
I'm still here. Come on, man.
No, I get that. It felt like this year was a bit of a transition for you because you took all of this magic that's happening inside that you've applied to yourself and you've tried to propagate that idea. And I spent just all of 5 minutes breaking my body doing silly things at your Gaia Fit space. But the energy, the vibe there, I can understand why you've inspired so many people this year to just get moving. How do you feel you've used your financial gains to impact others this year?
I think that's exactly that, man. That has been one of the biggest projects for me, was setting up that space out at the bottom of Tukai to take what I've learned and share that with other people. And I think really what was the best thing for me was being able to be in a financial position where I could throw some money into growing and investing something, a community, energy and atmosphere that really is, for lack of a better word, serving people. I think it's so important to realize that, hey, this is actually has been an investment and it actually is paying off. I'm seeing smiles on people's faces. I'm seeing progress. I'm seeing success. I'm celebrating that. That was a worthy investment.
And that's what you serve us every day, son. That's what you serve. Now, I feel very privileged because we've been able to plug into that. I've been able to plug into the good sense that this man has every day. I think what I've loved the most is that we've lived this journey together. So when I talk about my financial pressures, when Ewan talks about a tough year, we know that that's what you've been going through and we're all on the same playing field.
We are.
And it starts with us just showing a little bit of gratitude to turn that mental tide. Practicing gratitude of any kind is a brilliant way to shift our focus onto what we do have, what we can use, and what will ultimately contribute towards a positive mindset and outlook on life. They say gratitude literally lubricates your brain. So as we continue our financial journeys, let's carry the spirit of gratitude forward, appreciating the opportunities that we have, and I think most importantly, the impact that we can make, whether it's with our own families, with the people around us, with our colleagues. You can make an impact, but it starts with a little bit of gratitude.
Mabel, check this. With a MyGoals premium account, you get 12 free airport lounge visits.
12?
Yeah.
God, David, when are you busy planning your next getaway during office hours? Man.